diligently today to get everything lined up so that you could see and I could see all the same things. I want to give you a heads up. I am live, but my laptop is behind me. I am not computer savvy enough to know how to put it in front of me and what I'm doing. So what I'm working on today, you can see these cards. Let me move them out of my way for a second and show you. All right, October is a big month for Stampin' Up. We have several different opportunities going on. First one is we're working with the Handmade for You holiday catalog with Stampin' Up. It might have a different name. It's an occasions catalog, holiday catalog. I don't know, but it doesn't matter. It's out of this set that we're going to work with today is the Snow Wonder. This guy is adorable. He comes with a die cut set if you purchase it in a bundle and save 10%. The die cut set has the pieces where it cut off him. Okay, so we're going to work with this set. We are also going to work with the So Many Snowflakes die set. That is, I use that set a lot because I love the outline. I love the individual snowflakes. And so that is on page 38. I don't think I actually use any of the stamps out of this bundle, but good because they'd match and it would be beautiful. The second great thing about the month of October with Stampin' Up is they have a sale going on right now. There are a variety of Snowflake Splendor, which I guarantee I have to tell you, I'm going to buy a couple of these to have up and show you some really great cards that you can do with this. If you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to help you figure out what it is that you need, help you get started with your crafting or add to your collection. Questions or need advice or support, reach out to me. I'll be happy to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. If you don't have the occasion catalog, let me know. I'll get one in the mail to you. We also have a beautiful full catalog that is our annual, and it runs parallel to the occasions catalog. And so I can get any of those to you. All right, so the cards that we're going to make today is this one. Now, this is a fun fold that you create. It's real easy, but there's 4 different looks that you can create with this. Several other people who are in the company put videos together showing great ideas, so I'm making this my own. One of the ideas is that you could, so on these two, I glued this piece together. But on this one, you don't have to. So you can open it up and have a full-size card front or fold it down like I did on this one and have, and this is one of the ones that I'm going to make. What's really neat, simply cut it in half, and I'm going to write down for you where to score it so that you too could make this real fast, real easy on your own. I really love this one. I'm going to duplicate. Actually, this is what I'm going to duplicate because it's beautiful. And it was so easy and it's so fun. All right, so this one is folded in half and glued together. To show you the versatility of this fun fold, I grabbed a piece of the Christmas paper, the Christmas rose set. This card, if I didn't put this on here for the holly, this card would be a beautiful card to give to anybody any time of the year. It would make a great anniversary, great birthday, great, anything. But I added the gold fern to it, just because it has the gold in here, and I just thought that looked really good. I didn't put any words on it because I'm going to save it for the occasion that I need to add words, and then I'll have it already made and ready for that occasion. But I wanted to show you how any DSP would look really, really good on that design. All right, now I have used this quite a bit. I've used this for different projects and made several cards showing different fronts and backs of each page. But I wanted to show you on then that each page has, each sheet has 2 designs. Look at that watercolor blending. Look at that. Love this. You get 2 of each sheet, and I've been cutting and folding it. So here, we'll go with that. Look at that, how that blends so well together. And then the last one. Beautiful. Okay, so I don't think, actually, that is not the last one. I pre-cut these so I could show you how to put it together real simple. And I added some extra steps to them. All right, so let me grab a pen real fast. Here's a pen. All right, so we're going to start off with, the background is 5.5 by 4 1/4. So that's your base. And then the next piece is 1/2 of 12 by 12. But we're going to cut this down to 5 1/4 by 12. Okay, we're going to make it a little bit smaller than the whole card front because we want to be able to layer it on here. So we took 1/4 of an inch off all the way around. So, all right, that's the hardest thing. So once you have the background and your 12 by 12 cut, what you're going to do is you're going to score it at 2. And then from the 2, so the next spot will be the 5. And then we're going to add 3 more to that. Then 8. The largest piece comes out to be 4 inches. So if you add this up, it comes out to be, oh no, wait a minute, that's 4. Yeah, we're going to go up by 3. So that's 3 there. And then up by another 3. So that's 3 there. All right, so all of this equals 12 inches. So we're going to imagine this is here. So we put the side that we want to use. So I could go with this and fold it the other way, but I want to go with this. So I'm going to put this here, and I'm going to fold this up. Use a bone folder, and then fold this back. And so this is how it's going to lay flat on your card. All right, so let me set this aside. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do the embellishments. That's the easy part of your folding. And so now we're going to dress it up. All right, so what I want to do first, taking the snowman out of the Snow Wonder stamp set, I chose to do this one with the Misty Moonlight. So I'm going to open this up. Misty Moonlight, tap, tap, tap. Make sure I don't have extra ink around the blocks, because if I did any kind of movement, that's where my mistake would be. All right, I'm going to flip that over. And I'm just going to stamp this right in the middle anywhere. Oh my goodness, he's beautiful. All right, so I'm going to have to clean that off before I make my next impression, or I do my next card. All right, so I want to show you the amazing wonders of the watercolor pencils. Now, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I bought these watercolor pencils from Stampin' Up! Back in the year 2000. They have updated them twice. So now there is another set that coordinates with the inks, and then there is an additional set that also coordinates with the inks. The reason why I said it that way is there are... Now, if I was changing colors, if I was doing this snowman in a different color besides the stamped them in, I might want to stamp them with the Stays On, which is more of a black permanent ink, and that is not going to bleed the color that I stamped. But since I'm using the same color, it isn't going to make any difference. And I can actually do it like that and take some of that color off of the man and roll him over. All right, if I was all this, you know what? No, I don't want his hat to be blue. I don't want his scarf to be blue either. All right, I'm going to close that up. I have an ink palette there. I think that I just decided that I'm going to add some more color to this. Want to put in, give him a light green hat. And clean my tip off my blender pen and blend my hat. All of this is not pre-planned, so bear with me while I get this rolled in. Okay, I like him. I like him a lot. I regret not doing, I wish I had done his scarf in a different, or his nose in a different color. Because of course we all know his nose is a carrot and the carrot is orange. All right, so at this point, all I'm going to do is take him over to the die cut machine. And I'm going to run him through real fast. Just because I want to cut him out and show you how easy it is. I cheated and I allowed myself an electric die cut machine. Stampin' Up! Just came out with a new one that is really amazing. And if I hadn't already bought my electric, I would have gone with that one. So just like that, I have a perfect snowman. And so, yay. All right, so the next thing that I did is, let me see, where am I on this? Right here. All right, so on him, so if you see, I cut out some of these snowflakes when I ran this through the die cut machine. This set right here, which let me get a hold of that real fast. No, wait a minute, that's not it. All right, so I used the frosted foliage stamp and I cut that out. That comes with 2 snowflakes alongside of it. Here they are right here. So what I did is I put it in the silver when I cut the silver out the first time. So that now I have 2 silver snowflakes that you are going to cover up with that, and you're not even going to see that. All right, so that goes on a different card. So let me set that one over. Oh boy. You know what? Going live is really scary because you never know when all the things that you planned are going to come into place perfectly. All right, so I'm going to put him there. I'm going to put him there, and then I'm going to put him there. All right, so let me set that aside. So I want to show you a trick that I did. When you run your piece of cardstock through the die cut machine, if you place your dies on the edge like this, and you run it through, but you don't run it through completely, it will cut out half of your image. Okay, so what you do is you put it on the die cut machine like this. You put your plate over it so it only goes halfway. I recommend you go more than halfway. And well, it's actually going to go this way because you want it to cut out that. So you put your plate over there. It's going to cut wherever your plate is. So if you put it like this, but you leave a little piece hanging off the edge and you run that through, when it's done, it will only cut half your piece. So that's what I did here. I cut half of my piece off. So I saved this piece so I can explain to you how I did that. I ran it through the die cut machine, but I didn't put the whole, I didn't run the template through the whole half. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this down to here, but I want it to be right on the edge. So I might have to trim this up just a little. There we go. That's good. That's good. All right. So now I'm going to glue this. All right. So I've got that ready. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and flip it over and glue it so it comes right there. You see that? Let me put some glue on here. I need to get take one of my Tombos apart and refill this because it's not as full as I want it. Be very careful when you do this that you don't get the glue up on this part, because what will happen is it will glue your card closed. Don't ask me how I push that down. And that way, when you open it, you have snowflakes poking out of the edge. I thought that was a nice addition to the card. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take the, let me get another glue because that one's pretty dry. Take the silver piece that I cut out. I'm going to mount him, center that right there. And then I'm going to take some pop dots, some dimensionals. That's the whole piece. I need little quarter pieces. And my take a pick tool, because I find that is the best way to get a bunch of little ones off. And now I'm going to stick them these videos, and someone had some really great advice that when you're putting it on there, make sure you put it on evenly, because if it goes through the mail, you don't want it to get crushed in the wrong spots, like have the center concaved in or anything like that. So I'm consciously aware of that now. Using my take a pick tool, I'm going to pull all the tabs off the back and center him right here. All right, so what I want to do now is I want to dress up the front a little bit. So when I went back and I side, so let me put this little guy here. The reason why I did it like that is because I took too much glue off on the first one. So I wanted to take some and put it on the second. All right. Yeah, I got one. Use different snowflakes because, as the saying goes, no two snowflakes are the same. So I want to add a little bit of element to it that I don't have matching snowflakes. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back and add, as an embellishment, the snowflake sequins. Open this up like this. All right, and so with the take a pick tool, you have a gummy end, grab the little sequins out and hold them, and stick my sequin in there. That one got two. That's all right. Don't they come down in clusters sometimes? So I'm going to go back and just cover these up. I got one more. There we go. All right, that will dry. But in the meantime, I'm going to set this aside so that I can work on the inside. All right, so we have the back. That's the backing. This is the wording for the insides. Oh, close that. But I want to get that out of the way. So for this one, I worked with the Misty Moonlight. I thought that color blended really well with the inside, with the ink that I was using. All right, so I'm going to stamp that down. And then I'm going to come back with my glue. No. Excuse me, what? All right, so this, I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to glue this. Luckily, the glue is wet, so I have the opportunity to move it around. And now I'm going to come back and center this right here. Now, while I was showing you that I cut out some of the snow here, so we'll use this. We're just going to add this as an accent. Additional embellishment for random right there. All right, all I got to do is glue the bottom down. All right, I'm going to take this and glue the bottom down perfectly. All right. So fold it over, put it to, wanted to add some ribbon to it. So forgive me while I get up and go grab my ribbon. We have a Snowflake Splendor ribbon, but I don't have it in my hands at the moment. So I'm going to take the white, and on live, I wouldn't be dropping things on the floor. All right, cut this off. Be careful doing this because this is an addition to what I had originally planned. It wasn't set up in advance, but I want to add this. Let me see how that looks. If I go like that, if I glue that together, you know what? I could do that. Glue this together and put this right here. I'm winging it. I'm not sure. Tie this. Let me see what I think. I hope everybody's having a great day. I can tell you in Jacksonville, Florida, we got up to 80 today. I mean, we are on the 2nd of October, so I guess that's normal. I don't know. I'm ready for fall. I'm ready for the nesting stage of the year where you are ready to be cold and sleep comfy. All right, I'm going to cut that off. All right, so the only thing that I would like to do different now is take this same ribbon. Let's see if I cut this long enough. And tie a bow. I have to say, I've had a lot of practice making bows lately, and I think I'm actually getting better. I wasn't very good at bows in the beginning. You keep practicing, and you definitely get better. All right, I would like that to go around there. Let me see something. If I can bring this down to this part, which I should be able to do, and then I slide this around. This is, I think I'm going to have a more satisfying end result. Remember, I'm ad-libbing this because the original card did not have this on here. So I'm hoping for good results. All right, so it got caught up on the snowman. Look at that. All right, I'm happy with that. I kind of wish my bow was wider, thicker, fluffier. But let me retie it and glue it down, and maybe it will give me the look I'm looking for. All right, let me add this to that. So I double wide that bow. How about that? All right, so I've got this. Let me glue it down real fast. And then come back. Yes, very happy with that. Very happy with that. Okay, so I have that there. You open it up. You have the whole full greeting section. I could go back and add another piece of Whisper white cardstock down here for you to be able to sign. Cutting it out with the shape that comes with the same die as the lace frame, feathered frame. Put that there so you can sign your name. All right, so one card complete, easy peasy. All right, doing the exact same measurements for the second card. This one I also, to save time on the recording, pre-cut everything because I didn't want you to have to sit there and wait for me. Let me close this pad before I make a mess. All right, so once again, I cut a piece of 12 by 12 in half at 5 1/4 by 12. This time I'm going to work with the Pacific Point because I thought that blended really well with the colors. So we're going to work with the Pacific Point. I cut this one at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So that will hold the whole thing. Folded it. I scored it at 2. I add 3 inches to that, so I scored it at 5. Add another 3 inches to that, I scored it at 8. Fold it in, fold it out, fold it over, and now we have a perfect layer right there. This is going to go on top of here, and on this one, I'm going to put the snowman on top of this frame that I already cut out. Our card. It's called Using Your Resources. All right, so on this one, what I'm going to do, I love popping these little doodads out. I don't like vacuuming them up off my floor, but I don't mind cutting them out. All right, so this time I'm going to stamp the snowman again. And I did not clean him, so you do not see me wiping that off on my sheet that I sit on. I don't want. Okay, so now let me tap, tap, tap. I'm going to stamp him on here. Oh, love it. Perfect. Success. All right, so on him, this friendly little snowman, I'm not so much worried about coloring him in. I'm not going to color the whole body in. Goes to show that you can if you want to, but you don't have to. You still get a beautiful look. This time, my friends, since you're hanging with me, I'm going to give him an orange carrot for his nose. So I get this one right. All right, let me find my blender pen, wipe him off. Move the lines a little bit. The blender pen will help you put it back. There. All right, I'm happy with that. It looks like he has a runny nose, but that's all right. Leave that to me to say that on a recording. Oh, well. All right, so I'm happy with him. I'm going to leave him just the way he is. So now I'm just going to take in this. So nobody knows that you use that for something else. So that's just using all your resources. All right, I'm going to center him onto here. Perfectly centered, lining him up with, oh, let me go back and push them out. Pop it, pop it, pop it, pop it, pop it. All right, perfect. So this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to the back of this side and I'm going to put this glue some of these snow. Only thing that I recommend that you do is make sure that you pay attention to this where you are going to mount it to the background paper. The side, top edge. All right, so I'm going to put some glue here. I'm going to bring this over and line it up with that. And I'm doing it this way because I want to make sure that these pieces don't hang over the edge too much. If they do, they'll become an easy issue to get knocked off. Now, what will happen to show when you open your card, did you see I got a little glue on here? No issue. Rub it off. All right, so I'm going, did I glue those two together? No, I did not. Did I see? Nope, I left that one open. I want to leave this open too because I really love this cardstock. All right, so extra snowflakes that I'm going to save for embellishments. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing. I did 2 of these for this card. We're going to have one on the inside and one on the outside. And so let me see if I can line that up. If I line that up perfectly with this, it will be a shadow of that one. All right, so let me open this back up. Put a little bit of glue on here. All right, let me do this again. All right, where is he? Right down here. Come down. I'm trying to match it up with this right here. Bring it over a little. I don't know why my dogs are barking. Bring it over a little bit. I'm really happy with that. I think that worked out really good. All right, so we have the background here. All right, so what we're going to do, oh, I must have got glue on my fingers. Daggone it. All right, so that's not an issue. It will wipe right off. But in the meantime, I'm going to take these pieces and this piece right here, and I'm going to stamp on it. And I thought I cut 2 of them, but let me cut 1 more of them really fast. All right, my dog, I have a dog under my table and 2 out in the front room that are making noise. All right, so easy peasy, took the frame that matched and the frame that matched, and I'm going to stamp 2 different phrases with the same ink. So I've got Christmas wishes on one, and then this one, sending you blessings. Bring it down, make sure it fits in the block. Perfect. All right, so on this one, I'm going to put it down here, and I'm going to mount that one down first. And the reason for that is because when I mount the next one, it's going to go higher. It's going to go in this, well, not higher, in the same place. So look, putting that down, covered up, where that was. All right. Oh, shoot. Okay, so I don't want the glue on the edge because I don't want this to, I'm going to put this exactly the same spot, just like that. So look, when it comes open, it matches up, doesn't conflict. All right, so let me close the ink pad. And all right, so one of the other things that I want to point out to you, if you have a snowflake that you cut out that the edge didn't come out clean, no big deal. Simply mount it on the edge of a card. Save it. I don't throw much away. Save it, and that way when you put your glue down, you can line it up corner the edge of a card. So you can actually still use it and not have a waste for it. All right, and then I want to put this one. I am about finished. All right, so I'll wait for that to dry. But look, I embellished it with the card flakes all over it. All right, so the only thing that's left is to ink this up. As I'm recording, I'm not going to stop and find out why. And I don't want to scream at them to stop because that would be rude to you. All right. So just like that, a fun fold. Now this glue is still wet, so I'm not going to squeeze it closed. I could go back and add some more of the dimensions to the outside, but I'm really happy with this. Thank you so much for dropping by and watching my video. If there's anything that Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to provide you with whatever you want to help you enjoy your crafting experience. Hit the subscribe button below. Chat with me. Let me know how things are going in your neck of the woods. All right. Keep on stamping on. Thank you and have a great day. Bye.